everybody, this is Dave Snell once again for Woodfront Kitchens. You know, this is about 3 decades now that I've been a spokesman for Woodfront, and I never cease to be amazed at the quality, the professionalism, the experience, and the process from the beginning to see what's going to be done, the work, the professional work that's being done, and then the grand finale. And the best thing about this is to watch the faces of the homeowners when they see the great work that can be done. And all a part of it is Dave Russell. He's once again with us to tell us about the Hoffman residence, this home that is absolutely gorgeous, and it's going to get unbelievable.
Good to see you again, Mr. Snell. You know, I'm about to complete my 4th decade of doing this, so how time flies.
Not your first rodeo.
Not my first rodeo. And as you know, for these infomercials, we like to select projects that are way more than just taking what's there and making it beautiful, making it something else. And this one fits it to the T. You know, as I rank some of the jobs that we've done and the total, complexity of them and the end product, this one's gotta be, or will be in the top 20, which is saying a lot because there's been 7,000 or 8,000 of them. So let me just kind of explain what we're going to do and why we're going to do it, and we'll see if the end product comes out to be as magical as what today's prognostication is.
Terrific.
All they're Roker custom cabinets, so it's always good to start with great bones. Not that we can't start with anything, but it's great to start with great bones. The old original wooden hood, which is kind of a yesterday feature, was great 25 years ago. This will be replaced with a chimney hood. So the cabinets upper-wise will be the same and they'll get refaced. The appliance garage, which is also a great feature of days gone by, will be eliminated. Probably the main thing, if you want to turn, we're going to take the peninsula out. You've seen us do this before on several of our jobs, and of course we've done it on hundreds of them. So we take the peninsula out to make the room more open, and we're going to cut and relocate the cabinets there to join with the cabinets that are in the current island to make it about 9 foot long instead of the small island we have here. The sink will be in the island, the dishwasher will be in the island. This will all be open. More bar stools, which is part of their objective, and a much more open feel. Here we have the refrigerator, and the Hoffmans, of course, bought the house already this way. They've never been particularly happy with the fridge here. This will now become a new large oven microwave combination cabinet. There'll be a couple of drawers at the bottom, but we wanted to preserve the shell because it's already here and paid for, and so that's all gonna work out very nicely. So on this side, Dave, with the double oven now going over there, of course it will be a new piece. There's going to be a big new Thermador refrigerator here. We're going to have a small utility broom cabinet to the left. We're going to make the appropriate cuts on the cabinets to preserve all that we can. This whole section will be as it is and be refaced. And when we're done, not only will it be a dark cherry, all the cabinets will be refaced once they're reset. Of course, the new ones will come that way. And we're all done. No one will guess ever that this was a refaced kitchen. Everyone who sees this kitchen, who saw it before, will believe that they had to have been all new cabinets. And yet, virtually all the cabinets are being saved, which saves them money and allows us to, keep the old cabinets out of the landfill and give them still all that they need and want in terms of the look and the functionality.
B and F, beauty and functional. That's what we do at Woodfront Kitchens. Now, how does it get there? We're going to take a look at the craftsmanship of Woodfront Kitchens in action. So welcome back to the Hoffmans, and we are in the midst of the presentation at the end, and that's the work done by a master craftsman. 26 years
Yes.
in the business. This is Mike Doty. We've talked to him before. You've done so many jobs, hundreds of, now probably thousands of jobs. How does this one compare to the other ones?
There's been a lot of rework to this job here. So there was a peninsula that came right here throughout the kitchen with the sink here. We've kind of moved that out of the way, and now they're going to have their sink there with a nice big island with a dishwasher over there. There used to be a refrigerator in that cabinet over there. They're going to now have a double oven into it. And then they're going to have the new refrigerator over there with some new cabinets. Other than that, they're going to get some new drawer boxes underneath the above in there. They're going to have a appliance lift for there, sort of like blenders and stuff like that. The big boy waste that we always, we see a lot of that now. So the configuration has been pretty much the same except for those few changes that we made in it.
Mike, this is pretty much a total redo.
Yes, absolutely, yeah. Big difference from what they had for sure.
And it's a beautiful home, so it will look like it'll flow very easily for the rest of the home.
Yes, Nick's a previous customer of ours, so we've done some work in the basement too, so he knows the kind of craftsmanship that we do. So it's nice to see that previous customers come back to us.
And the other thing that I notice is when you guys work, it's not uncomfortable for the homeowner at all. And it's all cleaned up in a very short period of time.
We strive on making it most convenient for the customer in a short period of time with quality work.
What makes Woodfront Kitchens go is the work with Mike and his crew to get the final product, which we'll see. Dave will join us, and then we'll talk to Nick and Ellen and the Hoffmans, and I can't wait for the final product. I bet you can't either. Well, let's take a look. We're back at the Hoffmans. Nick and Ellen have a beautiful home. This is like right out of a magazine. It's now time to meet Mr. Woodfront Kitchen to show us this masterpiece. This is Dave Russell. How are you, sir?
Good to see you again.
Isn't this great?
It's a beauty, they all are, but this one offered so much in terms of the overall change and what we were able to accomplish. If you'll recall, it was the whitewash maple from the 70s looking thing with the arch on top, square on the bottom. Pretty in its day, in its own right. They were custom made cabinets, but what a change now to a dark, rich cherry. And mostly what we specialize and love to do in cases like this are all the changes we can make. Still preserving most of the cabinets, still refacing most, introducing new and arrangement changes to both offer greater convenience, but also an open, roomier feel and lots more, just convenient usage for the homeowner. So in doing this rearrangement, one of the things that was a real driver for Nick in particular, even more so than Ellen, was he just wanted a bigger fridge than this space would allow. Well, yes, we could have done it here, but what it would have done would have been shoved things over so much, it would have really started to get tight with the cooktop, did not want to change its location. So this wall became the best option for the fridge, which means the two appliances had to switch spaces. We actually used, as you'll recall, the shell that was here for the fridge. We used that as the basis for the oven to go in. Revamped things over here, came with the little multiple tray storage cabinet for them to fill in the gap, give them a little bit of room so it wasn't right on top of the door. And then for all practical purposes, this again was just refaced. So, so many changes for them that fit everything they would have done had they just wanted to pay twice as much and start over and build all new. We were still able to adapt what they had in the room that was here to be able to satisfy those needs and wants.
The symmetry of this is perfect.
Yeah, new crown molding, toe kick, all the things we standardly do to where the cabinets just look like, surely they must be brand new, but not so much. And as you recall, we had the old-fashioned wooden hood here. Now we have the beautiful chimney hood. And there was an island, it was just tiny. You could only sit two at it. And that was also one of the driving forces. They wanted a bigger island because with them and the kids, two just never really cut it. They just really couldn't use it for very much. Now they still have the dining room table, but I'm sure the kitchen is the primary focus of when they get together and do whatever they do. And there was just so many things that we were able to do, yet still under the purview of using the old cabinets, almost exclusively 2 or 3 new ones, but you wouldn't know it now. I'm sure everybody who sees it, who has seen it before, can't believe that their cabinets were refaced, because who would think you could do this?
If the folks are thinking about having a kitchen, they ought to see this.
This is remarkable, and as you know, we see a lot that are. Again, this is just a perfect combination of all the things Woodfront does in terms of not only making the kitchens beautiful, but doing so many other changes that are well within the confines of what refacers or refacing is possible to do.
And here are the Hoffmans, Nick and Ellen, and they have a beautiful, beautiful kitchen. Tell me about the beginning and the idea of refurbishing and changing so much.
So we had visions of doing some updates because it was an older kitchen. It was in really good shape, the really good cabinet bases, boxes and such. And working with Dave in the past on a smaller project, we knew what you guys could do. And then it was bringing Dave in and having some discussions about different layouts and formats to try and get the light in and get the seating, getting that expertise of what can we do with these cabinets to move stuff around. It was a lot of fun. It was a great experience. You can see the result. So,
Ellen, what did you contribute in the ideas that you had in your head that came to life here?
Well, first actually I wanted white cabinets because I really wanted this kitchen to be brighter because I thought it was a little bit darker. But as the process evolved and we would go to the showroom and look at different samples, and with Dave's help, we actually decided on this beautiful dark cherry wood. And I think it worked out phenomenal. It's just gorgeous. I'm so glad we went with the darker colors.
And the appliances, I've mentioned symmetrical. It's very, very symmetrical and easy for you guys to use.
yeah, they've added a lot of functionality to the kitchen. The ease to use this refrigerator because of the width and the accessibility to it. And then having the stove over here actually brings the cooking area in together a lot better too. So it's really been working great since we've been using it.
As far as the actual putting together of this, Woodfront does such a good job of making it easier for the owners. Was that for you?
Working with the guys was awesome, and Dave and the whole scheduling thing. We did a lot of the work ourselves. They worked around our schedule, worked with us very good to make sure that I knew what I needed to do before they came in. And then when they were done with their part, I was able to finish it up. So it was really great working with them and the flexibility that they had.
We usually talk about the people that can dream it. If they can dream it, it can happen. And it looks like this happened for you.
Having worked with Woodfront kitchens before, we knew what they could do. Give Dave a call, have a discussion with him on what your ideas are, and get some feedback from him because he's got a lot of good ideas.
Well, in the sports world, when we talk about home runs and grand slams, touchdowns, and kabooms or slam dunks, I think this is all three all at once. And you can have that for your kitchen, just like the Hoffmans. This is right out of a picture book. And it can be that way for you as well. The experience, the beauty, the excitement of having a kitchen just as you'd like it. You're looking at this now and saying, you know, I would like to have this in my home. Give us a call. We will accommodate you and make your dreams come true. Talk to Dave Russell. He is Mr. Woodfront, and you can have Woodfront in your home. Give him a call.